Hello, my dears. This is Cbse Grade 10 Geography First Lesson Resources and Development. The topic land degradation. What is land degradation and what are the reasons for the land degradation? Let us see in detail in this session. Okay, children. Next, what is degradation? First of all, what is degradation? Degradation is depletion of resources. It occurs when Earth's natural resources are depleted. Grade, increasing the quality. Degrade, the quality will be decreased. Okay, opposite to grade, degrade. But the quality of soil has been decreased. Okay, but what is that quality? Fertility of the soil is decreasing. That is called degradation. When it will occur? It will occur when natural resources are depleted, diminished. Okay. Land degradation. Let us see what is meant by land degradation. The deterioration or loss of the productive capacity. Land, what is the capacity of the land? Productive capacity. If it loses its productive capacity, that is land degradation. Okay, children. So, the loss of the productive capacity of the soil is land degradation. Why land degradation? Continuous use of land. Why land degradation? Continuous use of land. Even if you use continuously, you have to take appropriate measures to conserve the fertility of the soil, quality of the soil. But you are not doing that. Continuous use of land without taking appropriate measures to conserve and manage it resulted in degradation. If you are using continuously, you are cultivating the same land, you have to add manure, you have to plough the field, you have to fine tune the soil. See, this and all is not being done without manuring, without ploughing the field. If you are continuously using, that is continuous use of land over a long period of time without taking appropriate measures to conserve and manage it. Land degradation. Land will lose its quality. It will lose its productive capacity. Okay. What are the reasons for land degradation? What are the reasons? What type of activities? Human activities such as deforestation. Deforestation is cutting trees. Overgrazing in the same place like cattle will be grazing. Mining, quarrying are major sources of degradation. Let us see in one by one in detail. See, deforestation, we know very well that if you cut the trees, the land will lose its fertility and the land, we will lose the rain, amount of rainfall, and because of that, the land becomes drought, and it will lose its quality. Land will lose its quality. Okay. Then mining, how mining is are reasonable, responsible. Mining sites are abandoned after excavation. Yeah, they excavate the mines and they left as it is. They left the scars, in the pit as it is. They don't bother about it. They bother about the mines from that and not the place of it. So they are leaving the place as it is after excavating the mines. The pit and the scars, they are leaving it. So that is the work is complete, leaving deep scars and traces of overburdening. Then in states like Rajasthan, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh and Odisha, deforestation due to mining. And also, not only they are leaving the scars, deforestation to extract the minerals, they cut the trees. So in mining, there are two dangers. One thing, to clear that forest, to extract the mines, they are cutting the trees, deforestation. And also after the excavation, they leave the sites as it is. The pits are and the traces are left as it is. That also two things because of mining. Which areas? Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh and Odisha. I will show you the map, and seeing the map you will be clear. See, mining scars. Mining scars in which area? Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Odisha and Madhya Pradesh. Okay. Then in the states like Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, overgrazing. What is overgrazing? Gujarat and Rajasthan and all, you will be having less rainfall. You remember in such a way, my dears, Rajasthan desert area, you will be having less rainfall. So overgrazing, wherever the grasses are there, it will be overgrazed. So this is the reason for land degradation in these states. Punjab, Haryana, Western Uttar Pradesh and all, you will be having more water. It is reason is over irrigation is responsible for land degradation. Why? You may ask me, how over irrigation will be reason for the land degradation? Due to waterlogging, leading to increase in salinity and alkalinity of the soil. That means if you over irrigate the land, if you pour the water on land, that will deposit the saline salt on the land. After some time, over irrigation will be resulted in sediment of salt. You could have seen in your field, if you are from agriculture family, you could have seen your land. The saline water, if it is irrigated, the land is irrigated with saline water. Often if you irrigate the land with saline water, thrice or 4 times after that irrigation, you could see the white color salt sediment on the land. So it will degrade the quality of the soil. So over irrigation. Punjab, Haryana, Western Uttar Pradesh and all, the water facility is over available. So over irrigation. Okay. In such a way, you have to remember, my dears. See how to remember? I'll tell you in the map. Okay. See, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Rajasthan is a desert land. So grasses will be less, overgrazing. In such a way, you remember for that. Remember, I can give you the clue like this. Punjab, Haryana, water will be available. So over irrigation is the reason for the land degradation. See, over irrigation. Can you see this? This white color sediment? See, over irrigation. It will lose its the plants and all. It looks yellow color on the top. No medias. So Punjab, Haryana, Western Uttar Pradesh. And overgrazing in desert areas, Rajasthan, Gujarat, and Maharashtra and all, Madhya Pradesh and all, overgrazing is the reason for that. See, can you understand? Is the reason for land degradation. See in the map, you can clearly, you can remember, if you remember the map, it will be easy for you. You need not by heart the states which are reasons for the over irrigation, over mining and over, what is it, over grazing. Okay children, see, you remember in such a way. Rajasthan, Gujarat, Rajasthan is desert and Rajasthan, Gujarat less rainfall area. So, over irrigation. See, over irrigation, over grazing, sorry, over grazing. Punjab, Haryana, Western Uttar Pradesh, they will have abundance of water. So, over irrigation. See, these are all the mineral areas. Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, and little parts of Madhya Pradesh. Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, and Odisha. See, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, and Madhya Pradesh. These areas are rich in minerals. They are rich in minerals. So, mining scars, mining, for mining, they clear the forest, I mean deforestation, and after mining, they leave the land as it is. So, these are the reasons. Now, again, once again, you remember, my dears, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, and all less rainfall area, so overgrazing. Punjab, Haryana, Western Uttar Pradesh, water facilities abundance, so over irrigation is the reason for the land degradation. And you come move on to the Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, and Uttar Pradesh, sorry, Odisha, minerals area. So mining is the reason for the land degradation. Only 3 categories, my dears, 3 types of states. Okay, are you clear now? Right. If you remember, if you see the map, it will be registered in your mind. Clear? Okay. And also with the clue, you have to remember, children. Rajasthan less rainfall area, overgrazing. Punjab, Haryana, over abundance of water is more. So over irrigation, these are the, I mean, Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, and the mineral deposited area. So mining is the reason for the land degradation. Again, you can see the pictures. It will be in your mind. See, Mining scars in Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, eastern side. Okay, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, mining. And see, over irrigation, Punjab, Haryana, western Uttar Pradesh. Overgrazing, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh. Clear, children? Is it easy to remember? Okay. The mineral processing, like, and also the fourth reason is apart from this overgrazing, over irrigation, and mining, mineral processing like grinding of limestone and soapstone for the ceramic industry generate huge quantity of dust in the atmosphere. If you could have crossed the cement factory and all when you travel towards what to say that cities, big cities, and the way you could have crossed the cement factories and soap factories, ceramic industries and all. When the grinding of limestone it will be, you could see the dust deposited on the earth. It does not allow this deposit of limestone and soapstone does not allow the water to get into the soil. Infiltration of the water is being stopped. Okay, it retards the process of infiltration of water. You can check, my dears, if your bore soil is available when you dig the bore well, the soil in a cement color, no, it will be available, no. You pour that, you spread it, and upon that you pour water. It does not allow the water infiltration. So when it rains, these dust, I mean grinding of limestone and soapstone dust, which is spread on the earth, does not allow the water to get into the soil. It does not allow the soil to infiltration of the water. So this is the reason for the land degradation in lands in those area. That is why you could see the cement factories and all in the remote area where no people are available, no land is cultivated. Okay, and the fifth reason is in recent years, this is a recent problem, industrial effluents as waste have, see they have to purify the effluents, they have to treat the industrial waste, then only they can allow it to drain into the rivers and ponds, but it is not being done because to cut the cost, it is expensive. So in order to cut the cost, the industrial owners are not treating the waste, industrial waste, and as it is, they allow it to drain into the river and ponds. Okay. So in the recent years, industrial effluents as waste have become a major source of land and water pollution in many parts of the country. So what are the reasons for the industrial effluents? You see, it pollutes the river water. People in many areas they are drinking water as it is. The river water is being drunk as it is. But the industrial effluents pollute the water, river water. So let us see in consolidation what are the reasons for land degradation. Deforestation due to mining in which area? Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh and Odisha. Map remember pannu black color. Okay, the eastern side, and overgrazing Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh western side, and over irrigation above that, I mean above the Gujarat, over irrigation Punjab, Haryana, Western Uttar Pradesh, grinding of limestone and soapstone, limestone for cement factory and soapstone for ceramic industry. It generates dust and which does not allow the infiltration of water, which is the reason for the land degradation. And industrial effluents, there's a recent years because the industrial owners are not treating the water industrial waste, and as it is, they allow them to drain into the river and ponds, that which pollutes the water. So and damages the fertility of the soil. Okay, these are the reasons for the land degradation. Okay, children. So once again, let us recall: deforestation due to mining, overgrazing, over irrigation, grinding of limestone and soapstone, industrial effluents. The states you could remember. And what are the solutions to the problems of this land degradation? What shall we do to conserve the soil? Afforestation. See, deforestation is the reason for land degradation. So afforestation could be the reason for the developing the fertility of the soil. You have to plant more trees. Proper management of grazing. I mean, overgrazing should be controlled. Control of overgrazing. Planting of shelter belts of plants. What is shelter belts of plants? Planting of shelter belts, or you could plant some trees on the stripes. Cultivable land could be divided into kuti plots. I mean, little plots, and to check that water erosion or soil erosion, you can plant some trees as borders. Stabilization of sand dunes by growing thorny bushes. During the wind, I mean, the sand dunes can be formed in the desert and all by growing thorny bushes. It will check, it will stop the spread of the soil, okay, because of the desert storm. Desert storm will erode the soil, no? Desert la. If you plant thorny bushes, it will stop the erosion. Then proper management of wasteland, control of mining activities. What is proper management of wasteland? We have to make it cultivable. We have to manage it for pasture and cultivation. Control of mining activities. I mean, afforestation should be encouraged. If they, after the excavation, that scar should be closed, which should not be abundant as it is. So control of mining activities and proper discharge and disposal of industrial waste. What is proper discharge and disposal of industrial waste? After that should be made mandatory that industrial waste only after the treatment it can be allowed. It should be allowed to drain into the rivers and ponds to control the pollution of river and pond water. So these are the solutions to the problems of land degradation. Afforestation, control of overgrazing, planting of shelter belts, stabilization of sand dunes by growing thorny bushes, proper management of wasteland, control of mining activities, proper discharge and disposal of industrial waste. Children, so land degradation is the land, if it loses its capacity of production, that is called land degradation. Okay, reasons for the land degradation: over irrigation, mining, overgrazing, and industrial effluents. One more, grinding of limestone and soapstone. Okay, and what are the solutions to solve the problems of degradation, land degradation, afforestation, control of overgrazing, planting of shelter belts, growing thorny bushes, proper management of wasteland, control of mining, and proper discharge of industrial waste. Okay, children, let us end this session with this. In the next session, let us see what is soil conservation. Okay, children, thank you.